So I'm here with the table of Fylde fans. This was a very small minority that we had the thousands to pick out of. I think we could fill a whole train with the 13 of us, couldn't we? But we've got Ross, Frenchie, Matt and Craig. Boys, we lost 2-1 today in the last minute. What's your opinions?
I thought we were poor first half, played well second half. Rowie had a good game again, scored a great free kick. He makes a difference. It's a shame the rest of the team can't play as well as him.
Touching on that, Rowie's come off yet again. Do you think Bentley doesn't have the trust that Charlie had in him?
Probably just saving him for next week. Massive game next week against Curzon Ashton. Let's keep him fresh for that. That's what I think.
Ollie, what's your opinion on today's game?
We were alright, we weren't brilliant. Probably deserved the point, but not a win.
We'll move over to Matt. Matt, what was your opinion on
No, we
today's
didn't deserve a
performance?
point today. Rubbish. Start to finish.
Craig?
We're a mid-table team at best. There's no standout players in the team. We're very, very average. We prove the defensive frailties are still there. You should be able to 1-1. You should be able to protect the lead for the whole game, and we proved we couldn't. And it's poor from us to concede a goal in the last minute. But there's no standout players in the team. It's
Apart from Rowie.
Rowie turned up for 25 seconds of the game to run up to the ball.
Rowie's the best player we've got.
He was piss poor.
No, he's brilliant.
He was piss poor.
How is he piss poor? How is he piss poor? Scored a great free kick. How is he piss
We still
poor?
lost.
You just hate him.
We lost.
You're a fucking prick. You don't know what you're talking about. He's brilliant. He's brilliant. He's brilliant. How am I biting because I'm sticking up for our best player? You're just
shit.
jealous of him. You hate him, and you hate Will Rowe as well.
He was shit. I hate
Why do
Will
you hate the
Rowe.
Rose?
Because they never turn up.
Rowie turned up today. He was class.
He turned up for 25 seconds of the game.
You're a typical stay away from Mill Farm Fylde supporter.
Yeah, I am.
Typical.
I'll
Make
return
me
for
sick.
Curzon on Saturday.
Make me sick. You won't be there.
No,
Well,
I won't
boys-
be
There's
there.
more chance of Will Rowe turning up than you turning up.
He
Well,
won't turn
boys,
up. He
let's
won't
start
turn
this debate. Do you think we'll get numbers like this for Sheffield Wednesday? I mean,
No,
do you
because
think?
we're playing Sheffield United.
Do you think we'll get numbers like we had today for Sheffield United?
So I think as much as me and Wilson over there might disagree about Rowie, I think we'll agree that our support today was fantastic, but our lack of support is embarrassing. 13.
You've got to give our fans who turned up today the full credit. It's the same people we see everywhere we travel, but the lack of support is a big, big issue. It's not just with the club, it's with those who just can't be arsed to make the effort to come and see us away. And have a day in London that we've had, that it's been the best day in London we've had so far. It's embarrassing because they're missing out on some great times. But if they want to stay shopping in Audi, that's down to them.
Well, looking at today's turnout, I mean, it was a shocking turnout by us. Do you reckon it's down to the players? I mean, because sometimes we can't perform in these games. So if players such as Rowie turned up in games, do you think more fans would
Rowie
come?
turns up every game, so I don't know what you're talking about.
It's not about the game whatsoever for us. It's about the whole day out. If we just turned up for the football, we wouldn't bother. And we even thought on the way to the game, should we just stay in the boozer? But you always made that effort to go to the match. It's disappointing that our support today was fantastic. Can't fault it. We had to go for the old 85 minutes for us. we had a good time. We enjoyed ourselves. It's just the lack of
Why
effort.
were you late, Craig?
Tube
got
problem,
lost,
problem
we
with the
got
tube.
lost. We got lost.
It's a lack of effort from our stay away supporters who week in, week out continue to fail us, especially away from home.
Right, going away from the support now. Do you think there's any key areas that Bentley needs to improve during the season? Is there any players he probably needs to hold on with, the likes of Hornby going back to his original club in Bradford? Do you think he needs to address these areas?
We need to keep hold of Hornby because he had a good game again today. Get some more support for Rowie because he can't do it on his own. Even though he was man of the match today, he needs some support.
To be fair, there's nothing up front. There is. It's poor in that final third. There's
Because
nothing up
Rowie don't get the support because he is our best player by a mile, by a country mile.
After looking at that performance, boys, do you think there's any areas, like, if we were to look at it, who would you bring in what positions? I mean, I don't think anything's been created in the midfield. towards the strike force with Rowie and Williams.
Who knows, Thomas? Who knows?
I think after speaking to the Barnet players on the tube who were going to Manchester, they targeted our right back today, and they knew that was our weak link, and they targeted him. That's what the Barnet players said to us on the tube.
Yeah.
So and it looked good for them. They attacked that area and they did quite well for it because they were an average team, but they beat us at the end of the day. So credit goes to them for beating us.
Agreed.
If we were talking, who was everyone's man of the match?
Rowie, because he scored a great goal and he worked hard for however long they kept him on the pitch for.
Probably Ryan Crowsdale.
Crowsdale for me probably puts in a shift.
Oh, what a match. Rowie.
See, at least somebody knows what they're talking about. Well said, Matt.
Who was the worst player on the pitch for us? I mean, we had a lot of poor performances by the boys today, but if you were to pick one in particular player who would just single out?
Duxbury for me, because I didn't even realise who was playing.
I think the two full-backs had particularly poor games and they need to work on the defence a bit more. They can't just look to get forward, they need to work on the defence.
What you after, mate?
Worst player.
Worst player. Duxbury.
If I had to pick, probably Duxbury.
Alright, thank you boys.
Cheers, Thomas.